Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Zach here for some more VGC 2020 Series 12 Ranked Laddering. So we are continuing with the Yveltal Eternatus team with Chansey and Blastoise. Been a really fun team. I did enjoy it in the last episode. We showed how well Blastoise can take hits, and even though it's not getting big knockouts back most of the time, it is setting up a board position where we can dominate. So it is fun. And I do enjoy the team. If you want to check it out, here is the rental code. There will also be links for team report and the creator's Twitter in the description down below. But we're going to jump into it. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know for the question of the day. What do you think the format will change to for Series 13, if you think it will change? I don't think it's going to change, but if it is going to change, I think we'll either see a no Dynamax format or a no restricted format for Series 13. I do think they would probably keep the Dynamax because it will probably be the last series with Sword and Shield. But let's jump into it. Okay, so we got Whimsicott, Grimmsnarl, Kyogre, Incineroar, Dracovish, and Yveltal. So, okay. So it seems like we probably need some form of fake out here. And who do I want the last one to be? I think Yveltal. So I want to lead Eternatus, Rillaboom because I want to put pressure on the Dracovish and Kyogre if they lead that. But I also want something to have fake out in case they lead Whimsicott or Grimmsnarl. Yveltal on the back for a late game Sucker Punch and maybe a Dynamax. But I think Blastoise might be the Dynamax here because it'll take hits from Dracovish pretty well. And Yveltal and Kyogre. Okay. So we go Kyogre and Grimmsnarl. So I think we're in a really good position here. Do we ignore the Grimmsnarl, though? I think we'll just Sludge Bomb into it. And what I actually want to do is Wood Hammer. Yeah, so we're going to get a big hit into something. It's actually going to be the Yveltal. And just a Thunder Wave, and a Thunder Wave onto the Rillaboom. And there's the Dracovish. So what I worry about now is a max Airstream into the Rillaboom and a Fishish Rend into the Dracovish. So what I want to do is I want to switch in Blastoids. And yeah, we'll see the max on the Yveltal. And I'm curious to see how much damage Dracovish is going to do, because it's going to move first. Psychic Fangs. Okay, we take that. Okay. Okay, so they switched in the Kyogre. So the Kyogre is gonna take the Hydro Cannon well. And Yveltal max guards. So we both, like, we could have really capitalized off of that, but at the same time, they waste a turn of Dynamax. So here I want to Sucker Punch. And Hailstorm. That's awesome. Airstream should go into the Blastoids. No, they're doubling into Yveltal. And we're going to survive the Water Spout. And after Hail Chip and Vortex, like, we should get the knockout on the Yveltal. And now they can't reset weather. Yeah, Yveltal goes down. Now, I haven't seen either of these mons protect. But I think we'll just Hailstorm into the Dracovish. And yeah, they're just going to cancel. We chipped them down so much, there wasn't any repositioning they could do. Even though Woodhammer wasn't super effective, getting that first initial hit on Yveltal and chipping it down low enough, like, made sure that, like, it really couldn't do as much as it wanted to in Dynamax. So I think that was really good to take that position, and we played it pretty well. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Oh, it's KantoClark! And he's using the Swift Swim team. So has he seen this team? Incine is safety goggles. So I want to go Eternatus and Blastoise to have a fake out turn 1. So it's going to be Thunderous and Amoonguss. Okay. So I want to Dynamax Cannon into the Thunderous. Yeah, I don't think I want to Dynamax early. Thunderous is actually going to protect. Oh, I'm going to have to double into the Amoonguss here. The double protect was a really good play. And I want to say it's a Choice Scarf Kyogre in the back. But we should see a Rage Powder from Amoonguss. I think he played that turn 1 really well, just scouting out what I wanted to do. And there's the Airstream. We do see that's Life Orb. Thunderous is the fastest thing on the field now. Next one's going to be Zacian. Oh, this isn't good. I think you airstream the Blastoids into Sacred Sword. We'll get the Cannonade up. Oh, Behemoth Blade into the Blastoids. That stinks. We do knock out the Thunderous. Okay, so we bring in Rillaboom here. And the last one's going to be Incine. So let's bring in the Woodhammer and protect our Fake Out into the Zacian. We're just going to see it protect, maybe a Flare Blitz. A Sucker Punch isn't going to do much. Let's see. Unfortunately, they do land the Play Rough. Hail Chip is going to come first. So Rillaboom's going to go down, and they're going to win it. Because we've already seen with the Hail Chip that Zacian is faster than Eternatus. And we have to lock into Flamethrower, which is going to not do much damage to Incineroar. Now, what he should do here is he should protect onto the Zacian and just get the knockout with Incineroar. But he can also just Behemoth Blade here. Yeah, good game, Clark. I was expecting the Kyogre in the back instead of the Incine. I think Chansey, if I would have been able to pivot it right, I think Chansey would have been good here. And knowing that there was no Kyogre, like having Rillaboom wasn't the best option, and I should have went Incine instead. Good game, man. So don't forget to check out KantoClark. We actually used his Ho-Oh team as the previous team in our videos, so make sure if you want to check those out and check him out as well. Okay, Zacian, Shadow Rider, Regieleki, Tornadus, Incine, and Landorus. So I think that's good. Blastoids. Because I want to see, we might see a Regieleki Calyrex Shadow lead. It's actually going to be Zacian. So we could fake out Dynamax Cannon here. But that leaves Yveltal or Incineroar to max. Which isn't the best here. You might go for the Eternatus though. Yeah, so they do max with the Regieleki. Yeah, Zacian is just going to protect. We wanted to put that pressure on it. And I thought about calling that and just maxing the Blastoids. Max Lightning, that should be into the Blastoids. We do just one-shot the Regieleki. And I think we bring in the Incine. It's going to be Tornadus. So we could just Dynamax Cannon here and fake out. I feel like they switch out though. Okay, at least we made that call correctly. They made a good call as well. Yeah, let's try that. Ooh, just a fake out from the Incine. And an Icy Wind. Let's go ahead and Parting Shot. Because I want Incine to come back in against the Zacian. Okay. And that's what I expected. So what I want to do now is I want to switch in Incine and go ahead and protect with Yveltal. Ooh, they called the Incine switch. So I do think they might double protect here. So I think now is the time that we just... Tornadus protects. We fail the Sucker Punch. Now they're both in Sucker Punch range. After the Intimidate, do we get the knockout? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and Sucker Punch the Tornadus. There's 2 Sucker Punch knockouts. And just a Snarl, but Incine's gonna live. Okay. So they could Snarl again. They're -1 speed. We're -1 speed. So here we just Parting Shot and Foul Play. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get the hit on Incine and the knockout. We did have to sacrifice the Blastoise really early, but I think it was a good play, like just to put pressure onto the Zacian turn 1 to protect the Eternatus. And at that point, after that, we just had to play the board position where we chipped them down enough where Incine could honestly Dynamax, because Incine was actually, once the Regieleki was gone, and, you know, Hurricane on Tornadus being inaccurate and getting the Intimidate off on Zacian, even though they called it on the Switch, like, if they would have Behemoth Blade on that Incine switch in towards the end, I think we would have definitely won. But it made it a little more challenging to, you know, get the Incine in healthy enough where I could just finish knocking out the Zacian. And once doing that much damage on the Zacian and setting up Sun, we put ourselves in a position where Sucker Punch from Life Orb Yveltal was just able to take the knockouts and kind of pin them to where, hey, like, you gotta attack the Yveltal so it can't Sucker Punch, but if you attack, you get hit by Sucker Punch. So I feel like we played all of those matches really well. I do definitely see that I shouldn't have brought the Rillaboom in against KantoClark. I think that was my one downfall there. Seeing that team, seeing the Poliwhirl, seeing the Kyogre, it was kind of hard not to like bring Rillaboom. But unfortunately, like, we did have to set up the Max Hail to get good damage, and we weren't able to get our Hydro Cannon up. So getting Hydro Cannon up, especially without any water types in the back, might have done really well. So there's just a bunch of ways that we should have played it better. But yeah, that's going to be all. I hope everyone enjoyed the battles. If you did, do not forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you also check out KantoClark. And if you want to check out the team that I'm using, the rental code is in the video at the beginning. And there's also a team report in the creator's Twitter account in the description down below. Don't forget to answer the comment question of the day. What do you think will change for the Series 13 format? Excuse me, I apologize. What do you think will change for the Series 13 format, if anything will change at all? And, you know, just for fun, if you made it this far in the video, let me know by telling me what would be your dream Series 13. Because I am still convinced that VGC Little Cup as an official format, even if it's after Worlds, would be really fun. The only reason why I don't think they would do that is because any in-person competitions happening between now and the release of Scarlet and Violet would have to be that Little Cup format, which would be insane if people are like, I earned CP in a Little Cup format. But once again, I'm rambling. That's going to be all. Till next time, we'll see everyone later.